2 years this summer. I'll have been in Hong Kong. I finished uni, and then after I finished uni I wanted to move, and I went to Thailand and worked for a summer as a teacher, as an English teacher. So then I decided that that was something I wanted to do, and then one of my friends lived here in Hong Kong and she said that it was a really good lifestyle, so that's why I chose Hong Kong. Um, well, when I moved here I got off the train and went into Mongkok, and I had like 3 bags, and obviously it's like the busiest place in the world, so I was like very overwhelmed, and it was so hot because it was July. So I thought I will not survive here because I have very fair skin. I thought I'm gonna be burnt the whole time. I was like, it's busy, it smells bad. I was like, this is not what I signed up for. This is not the bright lights of Hong Kong that I imagined. So it was overwhelming, and I was quite frightened because it wasn't like anything I'd seen before. So yeah, that was my first impressions, and I thought it was really bright and vibrant, and there was a lot going on. But as someone who's just been on a 16-hour flight and was sweaty and feeling disgusting, it was very overwhelming. Um, so when I moved here, I didn't think I would date a local, but here I am. I just thought I had like a bit of a closed mind about it. I thought there's no way I can have a relationship with someone who's not from Scotland or from the UK, because how can you relate to them? Because you're so different and you come from such different worlds. But actually, I think it makes the relationship stronger because you have to work that much harder at understanding each other. Because when you first start dating, you have to get over the cultural differences of it. So, for example, he would not like things that wouldn't bother a Scottish guy, but other things that a Scottish guy would be bothered about, he wouldn't be bothered about. So it's getting over those little baby bumps at first. Also, integrating into his family, like his mum doesn't speak English, but she's welcomed me like one of her own children. Like, she's so lovely to me and does everything to make me feel welcome, and my family the same to him. But our family lives are very different, obviously. But I think it's our relationship's really strong because we have had those differences, and we've had to learn how to be a part of each other's lives and learn how to understand each other. And also it's good because I'm starting to learn Cantonese, so so that's always a plus. And his English has improved, so yeah, I didn't think I would end up with a local guy, but there we are. The whole thing is just a triumph because moving here by myself, like, I'm quite a confident person, like I go travel a lot by myself, but I think actually making the move to go to a completely different country, build a life, get a job, and now I have a job I really like, and I have like a group of friends that feel like family, and I have a boyfriend here, so it feels like home now. So building a home in a different country is the triumph for me. Like, because I've travelled a lot and I've been a lot of places, but I think if you live somewhere, like, you learn so, you obviously learn so much more. Um, and especially being friends with locals as well as being friends with expats, you learn so much more about their life and how different it is to ours. Like, even though they can speak, some of them speak English perfectly, like the same as us, their upbringing has been so different. And I have Scottish friends here who have grown up here and lived here their whole life, and their life is totally different, and their outlook on life is totally different to like ours is. So I think what I'll take away from living here is just their different opinions on things and the way they look at things. Like, for example, here the locals will get a job when they're young, and then they give a percentage of their pay to their parents. Whereas in the UK, well, I know if I ended up in financial trouble, I would still phone my mum and dad and ask them to help me. Whereas to them, that's such a foreign idea. They're like, no, you should be giving money to your parents. So I think for me, I want to start like giving back to my parents instead of taking from them. I was only supposed to come here for 1 year, and then I was supposed to go back to Scotland and go back to university, but after living here for a year, you think, oh, that's not enough, I could do another year or another 2 years, but now I've nearly been here 2 years and I don't have any intention of leaving, because once you build this life for yourself, because I came straight from university, so my whole adult life, the whole 2 years of it has been based here, so I've built roots here and I don't really feel like my time to go has come yet. I feel like maybe in the future, like if I want to have kids, then I might want to live in Scotland, but for now I'll stay here. What keeps me here is the lifestyle. Like, you live in this massive city, you have everything here, the nightlife's really good, there's restaurants everywhere, like there's so much to do, but then you also have the beach, like not like a stone's throw away, you can easily go to the beach. The weather's good and I just think it's convenient, like the MTR can take you anywhere in like within an hour, so like it's very, very easy, the life here. And the salary is better here. So as much as the expenses of living in Hong Kong are much higher, you earn enough to live a good life here. And that's the thing for expats that keeps them here, is they don't have to pay these massive taxes. And yeah, we don't have like the NHS here, but like if you go to A&E here, like I was in A&E the other week, and you pay like £18, equivalent of £18, and you get like whatever you need, x-rays, medication. Like, it's not a massive expense as long as you have a Hong Kong ID, and there are plenty of medical insurances you can get, but the tax is low and I think it's much better for most expats. It's not always this hot. Would be the first thing. It is not that hot all the time. I would tell myself, you will eventually know your way around. It will not always feel like a maze. Like, I lived in Mongkok when I moved here, I still do, and there was like an Adidas on the corner where I lived, so I was like, okay, I know where the Adidas is, so I'll find my way home. But it turns out in Mongkok there's an Adidas on every corner. So one day I went out and my phone wasn't working yet, so it took me an hour and a half to find my way home, which should have taken 5 minutes. So tell myself, you will eventually know where you're going, you will know your way around, I think is an important thing to know. And also to don't feel lonely, because so many people are in the same situation as you. Because when I moved, it was just me in the flat by myself for the first 2 weeks. So I thought, oh Jesus, like this is now, I feel really lonely, how am I going to find anything, how am I going to do anything? But as soon as you go out and you meet people and you realise everybody is in the same situation. So yeah, that's what I would tell myself. Again, or do you want me to just start talking?
You can just start talking.
Okay. He's like, oh, I don't know what time. I'm like, well, just you let me know. Okay, La. Like,
Let's go.
where are we going first? I'm gonna ask you what your first impressions of Hong Kong were. Can I take my notes over here? How we met? Well, Tinder. I'm sweating. Boom. There's your answer.